Hello, and welcome to Fighting Over the VCR. My name is Matthew.
My name is Nancy.
And this is the podcast where we talk about movies we grew up watching. And other things, because what the hell.
Yeah, but we always talk about movies.
And happy holidays.
Yay!
Hooray! We're excited to be back in the FOTV studios.
Yep. In person.
AKA my dining room table. And
yep. It's been a while.
It's been a while. And just to kind of get everyone kind of up to speed, we want to thank everybody for staying on and listening to us. I hope you enjoyed our 2 episodes that we recorded earlier this year that we recently released. That was kind of fun to do. And, just to kind of give everyone in speed with where our heads are at, Nancy is plowing through movies left and right, trying to reach a goal. What's your goal again? 500 movies
for the year.
Keep in mind, she does have a full-time job. Is doing some house renovations.
Yep. Busy.
And, keeping busy. So, are you close to your goal?
Yes, I have 28 to go.
And you have less than 30 days. Oh,
it's completely doable.
Okay.
And we've got some holidays built in. Oh, yeah. I'm not worried at all.
Do you already have, a lineup, of what you're going to watch? So you can just be boom, 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 I've got these ready? Or is it...
Yeah, I probably have about half of them figured out. It's the holidays, so I'm going to watch traditional holiday movies like Die Hard and It's a Wonderful Life. And, of course, I'll watch When Harry Met Sally on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. But I'm going to squeeze in a holiday movie I've never seen before, but is one of our mom's favorites, and that's A Bishop's Wife.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to make sure to watch that and probably throw in a little Love Actually, because I haven't seen that in a few years. But I actually heard someone say that if you watch Love Actually and then Die Hard, you'll feel like what happens to Alan Rickman is totally justified. So,
interesting.
Anyways, but yeah, one of the methods I've used to get through movies and to kind of keep me on pace and keep me motivated is to look at. It's on the first day of the month, my first thing I do when I wake up is go to HBO Max and see, okay, what's leaving this month? And then that kind of gives me a guiding light, okay, well, I've been ignoring these movies for a long time. I guess it's finally time for me to start watching them.
And you still get discs from Netflix, right? Do you have any at your house?
I do right now, yes.
What movies do you currently have?
Okay, so I have 2 movies that I've had for a couple months that I just haven't gotten around to, and 2 that just arrived a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
So the 2 oldest that I've had are Emma Stone's The Favorite, which I did see in the theater, but I've wanted to rewatch it for a few years, and Wild at Heart.
Oh.
I don't know if you and I were ever going to... No, you've never seen it.
I have not seen it all the way through because I always get distracted. Nicolas Cage is just hard for me to watch.
Yeah.
And I know some people love him. Some people dedicate their lives to him.
Yeah.
And some people love to hate him or love to laugh at him. But
some people put him on those pillows that have the sequins, the mystery pillow. You rub it one way and it's pretty colors, and you rub it the other way and it's a Nicolas Cage face. Yes. I've seen that before.
I have, and that disturbs me.
Yep. So those are the 2 movies I've had since about August, September. But the 2 movies I just got this week, Life is Beautiful, the Academy Award winner. That
in Italian.
Yeah. I was going to watch it on HBO Max, and I ran out of time. And that movie's been in my queue since 2003. So it's about time I get to it. And the other one is a movie called Play Misty for Me, which has Lucille Bluth, I forget, Jessica Walter from Arrested Development. She's in it, and that's also been in my queue, I think, 15, 16 years.
Since Netflix was created.
Not since they were created, but since I set up my account.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of, and like thinking about my movie goal for next year, a lot of it's going to be really trying to finally get to some of these movies that have just been in my queue for a long time. Like maybe make sure that there's nothing in my queue that's been in there more than 10 years.
Wow, that would be
a decent goal. I'd have to. I mean, I have it all on my spreadsheet here.
Have any of the movies that you have in your queue since like the beginning of time, have they been remade already?
That's a really good question. That's a really good. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I mean, I set up my I signed up for Netflix DVD in June of 2003. And I still have some original to June 2003. I'm not sure, because I don't think a lot of the stuff I put in there that I hadn't gotten to yet was really like a let's make a sequel kind of thing. But wait, I stand corrected. No. I'll tell you exactly what I recently watched that, yes, here we are. And I think Matt may already know the answer to this. I had the 1984 version of Dune in my queue since I think 2003 or 2004, and the remake happened. Just
came out, yeah.
And I suffered through both of them, and I don't know if I'll be able to get through the second part of the new one. It's rough. It's too much sand. It's too much sand
and walking and quietness. Yes,
and far in the future, and like such a beyond imagination kind of future.
Well. The original Dune is another David Lynch movie that I have never been able to finish. I've kind of struggled to watch parts of it, and I've never been able to finish it. And I feel justified in that because even he hates that movie. So the fact that he had such a terrible time making it, it was such a torturous part of his career, I feel like, okay, well, I can not watch this movie and still, appreciate him as an artist. So.
Yeah, I think you can get through life skipping Dune. I mean, for me, like I said,
probably force myself to watch it.
I mean, I haven't seen the second half yet, but I'll just say,
if you watched all of the original Dune movie, you pretty much know what's going to happen.
Correct. In fact, the new Dune was leaving like 10 days before the new Dune was leaving 10 days before the old Dune. So I had to prioritize what do I need to watch first. And I was given the very wise advice from Jack, who has seen not just the original Dune and not just the new Dune. He also saw the miniseries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's well versed in Dune. He said, go ahead and watch the new one that was expiring first because the original was the full story. So I'd end up having spoilers. So anyways, but I don't think I can do the second part.
Well,
we'll see. But
it's definitely it's not going to come out before the end of the year, so it will not add to your 500 movies. So I think it's a good point. I was just gonna give everybody an idea where my head has been. Has nothing absolutely to do with movies. Earlier this week, I had an earworm. And for those of you who have not heard the term earworm, is when you have a song stuck in your head and you can't get it out. And the worst part about this earworm was that I don't know any of the words to the song. I just kind of know like how the hook goes.
It goes, Cool Rider.
It was not that.
No? Okay.
Don't try and get that stuck in my head. And the only thing other thing I knew about it was that it was a British band from the 90s. So I spent a good 5 days trying to figure this out. And like I went to my wife because she loves especially like 90s Britpop, and she loves like Oasis. And I was like, oh, she's gonna know this. And I started humming it to her because I don't know any of the words. And I thought I knew what the words were. So I would like try and I was basically like doing verbal, like I was doing scat to try and like figure out like what this song was, like humming it to her. And it was just driving me crazy. So I started, so I go on Apple Music and I search 90s Britpop. Because I'm like, there's got to be a playlist, like 90s Britpop.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, going through every track that I don't know. Like, what the hell is this? And then I had this epiphany, like, well, why don't I just go... There's going to be playlists on Apple Music that are, like, best alternative songs from the 90s.
Sure.
And I went year by year.
Really?
I went year by year. And thinking, like, it was, like, mid-90s, and it wasn't coming up.
I'm riveted.
And eventually I got to 1991. And just to make sure that I'm going to pull it up just to make sure I get the title right.
Is it a song I know?
You know what? It's what's funny is, so 91 was when, like, you had, like, alternative music became more popular.
Yeah.
Because you had Nirvana blow everything up, right?
Yeah.
And so MTV started playing a lot more kind of, alternative music.
They only had 120 minutes.
Right. Well, you had 120 minutes, but that was on at, like, midnight on
Sundays.
Sunday night, and how many, So I started going through this playlist, just, like, I'd start a song, I'd get, like, to the singer, and I'd be like, that's not the singer, blah, 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 and I get through it. And finally, I get there. I don't know, let me see, where are you? I know you're on here, because I've listened, I had to listen. Here it is.
Okay.
And I could play it.
Yeah.
But it was this song. Like,
no.
And this wasn't the part that was... This part was in my head.
What is it? Okay.
Okay. I had, like, that part stuck in my head for...
What are they saying?
Desire.
Oh.
And it's Gray Cell Green by Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Why the fuck did that song get stuck in my head?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been talking about halt and catch fire, and you're like getting osmosis because my
I have no idea. You know what it was?
Crosses over at that time.
It was, I think it was in, like, a commercial, or I was watching something that took place in the 90s where they, like, threw that song in there, and it got stuck in my head. Okay. So anyway,
Ned's Atomic Dustbin.
Yes, you can go on Apple Music. There's
and it's the first one on there.
It was like the only song that ever came out by them, I guess. I don't know. So that song was stuck in my head for, like, 5 days. And, like, the moment I found it, it was like this moment of elation that had come over me. And my wife just turns to me and she's like, I'm so happy for you. Because she saw how, like, crazy I was going looking for the song, like, thumbing through stuff on Apple Music while we're trying to watch TV and stuff.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah. So why do I bring this up? Well, tonight's movie that we're going to talk about is called The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a musical.
Yep.
Animated, stop motion animation, which at the time, which was amazing and fun to watch. And there's lots of songs in this that might get stuck in your head. So that's why I brought it up.
What's this?
So, this movie is Tim Burton has made this movie. He's coming off of, Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands and
Batman.
Yes, he had done Batman in '89, and he's like the hot young, like, director that has, like, that distinct look and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So young people are very hip into Tim Burton, and he had come up with this story while he worked at Disney in the early '80s, and kept trying to get it made. And they own the rights. Disney owned the rights to it, and eventually he worked something out to where he could finally get this movie made. And it's about Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, who is from Halloween Town, and he's kind of tired of Halloween. and he just needs something different.
He's in a rut.
He's
like having a career crisis.
He just feels like he keeps doing the same thing over and over again, and
he's called a recruiter. He's trying to find a new job.
Yeah, and he and that's been his whole life, like just doing Halloween, like once a year, preparing for it, and then just boom, let's have Halloween. And he stumbles upon this grove of trees.
An enchanted forest?
No, it was just a grove of trees. And each tree has a door to a different holiday town, and he happens to be intrigued by this door that looks like a tree that's all decorated. And he opens the door and gets sucked into Christmas Town. Mm-hmm. And he becomes super excited and obsessed with Christmas and decides this year Sandy Claus is going to get the year off, and he's going to be Sandy Claus. So he gets all the inhabitants of Christmas Town, which are, werewolves and, vampires and witches and mad scientists and
he reads up on
clowns. He does a lot of research and gets everyone on board with taking over Christmas, which he then totally fails at doing.
Yep.
And then what is he going to do? He realizes what he has done. He doesn't know how to fix it. And Santa Claus comes in and saves the day and fixes it.
Yep.
And that is basically this movie.
It's very basic.
And originally when they had this idea, I guess Tim Burton had this idea, he thought it might just be like a 30-minute special. And it really could have just been the 30-minute special, I think.
Okay, so you feel this way. Because I do.
Well, and to give people some background, this movie came out in 1993, and I saw this in the theater, and I'm pretty sure you came with me.
Probably.
I was just starting high school, and you were getting ready to finish high school. Mm-hmm. And I want to say we went with some friends. Mm-hmm. We were like, hey, it's a Tim Burton movie. It's animated. Let's go see it. And we went and saw it at Southland Cinema. I remember going there to see it. But I don't remember thinking it was the greatest thing ever.
Agreed.
I remember being like, oh yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Well, I think we both really respected what Tim Burton had done. I think we were both very into Pee-wee Herman and Beetlejuice and Batman, and I liked Edward Scissorhands.
I do not like Edward Scissorhands.
I did,
but I love Ed Wood.
Yeah, I think we were totally
Sleepy
on.
Hollow.
Well, that was later.
Hollow. Yeah, it was later, but
I think we were totally on board with whatever Tim Burton does, we'll go out and see.
Give it a try. Yeah.
Don't feel that way at all anymore. I'm a lot more discerning when it comes to choosing Tim Burton projects.
He has had some questionable. Career moves.
Yeah, like the last 20 years. Pretty much.
I like Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, 1998
or 99. That was 99.
Okay, more than 20 years ago. I liked Big Eyes. I think he was the director of that, and that was good. But that was also based on a true story, and it wasn't anything really weird. It was just that her paintings are unusual.
I liked Frankenweenie, his other animated, and I haven't seen it. And I liked Corpse Bride, his other animated movie.
Also haven't seen it.
And they're not they're about on the same par as they're for kids. They're for kids. So, but this movie has it was extremely popular, and it's a Disney movie, so they can promote the shit out of it, and they do tons of stuff, and I want to say it wasn't until the 2000s where they really pumped up the marketing on it and having.
Don't they change the Haunted Mansion to Nightmare Before Christmas at Halloween time?
Yeah. I think it stays through Christmas.
Wow.
And then goes back to
that's a big commitment. That's really throwing your weight behind it. And I've seen it,
and I've been on the ride both ways.
Oh, really?
And it's kind of cool. I like the original ride better.
Yeah.
But instead of making a complete Nightmare Before Christmas ride, it's a fun, different way of doing it. I mean, they've done that to Space Mountain before at Disneyland. They made like a Star Wars version of that, and they've done it. I think they did like a haunted version of it, everything. But this movie is extremely popular, and I get it. I mean, it looks really cool. Like, I really like the look of this movie.
I agree.
And there's a couple songs in it that I really like. I mean, which was your favorite song?
I mean, I like the What's This songs. I don't really remember the other songs. Nothing really stands out as super memorable.
You don't
to me.
remember like the opening song, This Is Halloween, is very popular.
Yeah.
I like that song, but
does Sally have a song?
Sally's song she has a song that she sings, kind of like in the second half, which is basically talking about how much she pines over.
Yeah,
Jack,
that was probably
that they could be together. But
I think I like that song the most.
His head is too focused on his work.
Yeah, no, I think well, she's my favorite character.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I think most people probably like her the most.
Yeah, I think I like Zero.
Oh, the dog. He's so cute.
He's so cute.
I loved that she tried to do the fog spell and like shut him down, and then it turns out that
he ends up being the Rudolph.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, oh hey, we can still get through this. I started watching it last night, and then I had to finish watching it today, and it makes it sound like I'm watching some 3-hour movie like Gandhi. No, I'm watching a 75-minute movie. But I was just really tired when I started it. But I feel like we probably are offending a lot of our fans right now, because there might be like a huge cohort of our fans that are big Nightmare Before Christmas fans.
But I totally get it. I totally get why this movie is popular, and it's not that I dislike it. It's just that there are parts of it that I think are really cool, and I like, and then there's parts of it where I'm just like, okay, can we get to that? Like, I don't like any of the Oogie Boogie stuff.
Me neither.
But I'm sure that there are people out there that think that's like the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Well, okay, so here's a bigger topic. Do you think this movie appeals more to people who like Halloween or like Christmas?
Well, I'm going to sub-question you on that.
Uh-oh, okay.
Because that's the big debate. Is this a Halloween movie?
Yes.
Or is this a Christmas movie?
It's a Halloween movie.
See, Tim Burton says it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie for people that don't like Christmas.
I think people who like Halloween think it's a Halloween movie. And I think people who like Christmas think it's a Christmas movie.
I probably am more we've talked about how we grew up not really being super big into Halloween. Just last few years we've done more about dressing up and stuff like that. But I've probably been more into Christmas things my whole life and enjoyed Christmas more, but I still see this as more of a Halloween movie. And I think it's because like the whole idea is that this Halloween element is going to come in and subvert all things that are Christmas. I mean, my favorite scene in the movie is when it's Christmas Eve and he's flying through the town and delivering all the gifts, and the gifts are all this big giant disaster.
That's my favorite scene.
That 4 or 5 minute sequence, and all the kids are just losing their minds, and like the
toys are coming to life and scaring the crap out of them.
Yes,
that is my favorite.
That's the best scene in the movie, and I think it's because it's this big build up. Like, how's it gonna turn out? And it becomes this big giant disaster. So much so that they send like a missile to.
They start attacking.
They attack him and like make him, but. Yeah, I don't really know. And kind of thinking about like the bigger Tim Burton catalog of things, he doesn't strike me as someone that prefers Christmas over Halloween.
You wouldn't think so, no.
He's just got such kind of his aesthetic.
Yeah, you'd think that he would like Halloween and things that are scary. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it a big surprise that if he's calling it a Christmas movie, like what kind of like Beetlejuice snakes are going to show up in a Christmas movie?
Well, and I think the other reason why a lot of people feel kind of like you do, where it's more of a Halloween movie, is a majority of the movie is done in Halloween Town.
Yeah.
And themed around the characters of Halloween Town. Whereas the only character you really get from Christmastown is Santa Claus.
And barely.
Yeah. And he saves the day. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Technically, Sally tries to save the day. Jack does kind of save the day by taking on Oogie Boogie and freeing them. But Santa, because he's Santa Claus and magical and fantastic.
Don't worry, kids. We'll get this fixed. Yeah.
So.
Reports all over the globe are coming in.
At lightning speed.
Yeah. Okay, well, when you suggested that we watch this movie... We didn't have a big conversation about it. I think we wanted to save it for the podcast. So I didn't know where you fell on, how beloved was this movie to you?
Well, I enjoy watching it. But like if I don't see it every Christmas, it's not like I'm heartbroken.
Well, how many times have you seen it?
This movie? Oh, at least like 30 times.
I've seen it, I think, 3 times now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've watched it since the theater. So this could only be my second viewing.
It's very possible. It's just, I've tried to show it to my son, and he gets scared.
Yeah,
he does not like anything dark and gloomy.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I can't get him to watch Harry Potter. I can barely get him to watch some Star Wars. He's nothing dramatic or scary, which fine, that's cool. But I was never... Like, when the movie came out, I was never like, oh, my God, that's amazing. I don't have, like, a million decorations in my house that are Nightmare Before Christmas.
You don't have, like, a thermos?
I don't have a ton of stuff.
You're not a groupie?
No. I mean, my wife would rather decorate stuff with Haunted Mansion than Nightmare Before Christmas.
So when you go to Hot Topic, you skip the Nightmare Before Christmas area?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Hot Topic because I really kind of think that a big part of the popularity of this is just been the marketing.
Yeah.
Just all the stuff you can get with Jack Skellington's face on it, or... How
many people have tattoos with this, with Sally or Jack Skellington?
Tons. I mean, it's so popular, and, that's cool. It's not a bad story in the sense that, like people are being murdered, and it's about the holidays. I mean, it's light. That's what it should be around this time of year.
I mean, in addition to it being about the holidays, I mean, you have like the other story of, Jack is he's come to a crossroads in his life where he's just wants a change. He wants to do something different. Yeah. He tries something different, and it turns out that he's not the right fit. And plenty of people around.
There's nothing wrong with doing what you're good at.
Yes, and that's what it kind of comes back to. It's like embrace, like, who are you? Like, who are you at your core? And maybe it's a little bit about self-love, coming to love who you really are.
Well, and I think the other part of it is that
psychoanalyzing this movie.
Well, it turns out like by the end of the movie, and one of the underlying things that's about this movie is, and I think this is also another part of why people might see it as a Christmas movie, is it's not about like he thought that the problem was his job, so he changed jobs, right? Mm-hmm. But it turned out that the problem was he was alone. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until the end when he ends up with Sally that is the thing that was missing in his life. It wasn't that he was bored with his job. He didn't have his family.
So is this really a Valentine's Day movie?
I bet for some people it probably could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like that, and that was one of the things that I struggled with, like, now that, that I watching it this time from like I have to talk about this fucking movie kind of point of view, was like, wait, let me look at some of the angles on this. And I was always sitting there going like, what is the point of Sally? Like, what is Sally doing here? And it really ends up being like, she's
the moral center.
The moral center, and ultimately the thing that was missing in his life was having this other person. I mean, he had Zero, but Zero was a ghost dog. I mean, you know, and everyone in the town thought he was like great because he's the Pumpkin King. And oh, Jack, what amazing thing are we going to do? And like that didn't satisfy him anymore. He had done it his whole life. He was the Pumpkin King already.
Well,
what was missing?
He's like how when people get famous, and sometimes famous people end up feeling very lonely because you know they're idolized. Like he's idolized by all the Halloween Town people, but no one can really get close to him, and he can't really get close to anybody. You're right. He was alone, and it was Sally, this creation of this really wacky doctor guy.
Yeah. Uncle Lewis from National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh, really?
That was the voice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Get my stogie. He burns the tree.
Yeah. So I think, 28 years later, watching this movie, I think it's interesting to see. I mean, because, yeah, you're right. It's still super popular. I'm fairly certain Disney is still updating, does the Haunted Mansion stuff every year.
You can go on Disney Plus and watch the sing-along version of this movie. I think they've done some 3D kind of thing where if you can watch it in 3D and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I really like the aesthetic. The aesthetic is fun and I like the dark aesthetic. I mean, so that's great, and it inspires people. It's inspired a whole, generations of people who love Halloween to the point now where here we are talking about this around the holidays, and if you go online, people don't do Christmas trees; they do Creepmas trees, where it's like a black tree with all this goth stuff all over it. Yeah. And that's great. Whatever, what makes people happy and what they enjoy is great.
Yeah, again, the artwork of the movie is really amazing.
Yeah.
That can't be denied.
And it's definitely got his style, the black and white stripes like they do in Beetlejuice and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's the snakes kind of look like the sandworm or from Saturn. So it's we have to give shout out to the musical genius behind this movie, which is Danny Elfman. Mm-hmm.
He and Tim Burton are
they're like brothers, you know, and previously famous for being in Oingo Boingo, and then going on to doing movies. And he wrote all the music and he sings all the songs, but there's another actor that actually does his voice, whose name I can't remember right now, and I'm not going to look it up. But then we have the great Catherine O'Hara doing Sally, who does it at a higher pitch.
Yeah.
She's done other things with Tim Burton. She was in Beetlejuice, and then she's probably most famously for being Kevin McAllister's mom in another Christmas movie called Home Alone, and now she just won Emmys for Schitt's Creek, I believe.
Yeah.
So. But, is it, my favorite holiday movie? No, but will I watch it around the holidays and be satisfied with it? Yeah, it's fine. It's fun to have on.
Yeah.
The This Is Halloween song gets stuck in my head, but my favorite song is the What's This song. What's this? What's this?
If this movie was on and I was at someone's house, I wouldn't groan and complain oh my God, you have this on. But am I going to make an effort?
It's only 75 minutes.
Yeah. Am I going to make an effort to sit down and watch it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
Unless there's another homework assignment.
No.
But, I'm glad we watched it because I think I've been curious to rewatch it for all these years. And it's oh, yeah, that's right. It's good to revisit and try to remember. Like I said, I think we were both so generous with our appreciation of Tim Burton at that time because he hadn't really done any stinkers at that point. So it was kind of ooh, here's the next new Tim Burton creation. So
I was probably really high on Tim Burton until Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I fell off Tim Burton after Sleepy Hollow. So from 2000,
you didn't like Sleepy Hollow?
No, I loved Sleepy Hollow. It was after Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. I thought that I liked Big Fish, but I could only watch that movie the one time I saw it because it's sad. It made me sad.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mrs. Peregrine.
Never saw it.
That movie I didn't really mind. I kind of liked it, but I hated Sam Jackson in that movie. I love Samuel L. Jackson. He's great, but I didn't like how he looked, and there was something about it. He didn't fit to me in that movie.
I'm frustrated with all of his I'm going to do my version of this existing property. Like, I mean, he really lost me probably forever with Willy Wonka.
That was a tragedy for me because I would love the original.
Yep.
And
then it just seemed
Sweeney
like it was
Todd, was never into it.
I just watched
the look of that again has that Tim Burton look, and I was like, man, this looks great, but I wouldn't even like the original play of that.
Yeah, I just watched it about 3 weeks ago for the first time. That'd been in my queue, I think, since 2008 or something.
Were you doing like a Sondheim?
A little bit. I think it was right after he died, but also it was leaving Hulu. But either way, I mean, whatever the motivation. But I had a real struggle with that movie. I think I had to stop and start it like 2 or 3 times. I just could not get into it.
And then I was really hopeful for Dark Shadows.
Ugh, I wasn't.
And because they had that original campy soap opera, I was like, okay, I will go into this with zero expectations and really low expectations, and I just was not entertained by it at all. So I mean,
I didn't watch it, but I'm not interested. I'm not interested in his Alice in Wonderland movie.
Those are not. Didn't see the second one. I saw the first one. It's not terrible. But it's
wait. There were different. 2 Alice in Wonderland movies he did.
Yeah, they did Alice in Wonderland, and then they did a Through the Looking Glass, which I think he just produced, but it has all the same look, and Johnny Depp's in it.
I'm tired of him too.
Probably the best thing that had Tim Burton in it that I've watched in the last 10 years was the documentary about the Superman movie that he never made.
He tried to make a Superman movie?
Yes, with Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Oh my god.
Full circle now on the podcast, guys.
Oh my god.
He signed on to make a Superman movie with Nicolas Cage as Superman. And there's a documentary about how this movie did not get made. And it is a great documentary.
Oh my god, you'll have to give me more information about that. Maybe I'll add that to my queue.
Wow. And it's got
Oh,
interviews with Tim in it where he talks about all the concept art they did. It's got footage of him with Nick Cage in the prototype of the costume he was going to wear.
Oh my god.
I mean, and there are elements of, because all those ideas were there are elements from that movie that they were going to make that ended up being in Superman Returns,
the Brandon Roth,
the Brandon Roth one. So I mean, it was but anyway, check out that documentary. And that was kind of in between, after Sleepy Hollow, I think, was when they were going to make that.
Wow.
So check that out.
Wow, that blew my mind.
But anyway, so
wow,
Nightmare Before Christmas. I think we both were not overly enjoyed, watching this. I've seen it so many times that, watching it this time, I was trying to look at it from a different perspective.
So you did rewatch it even though you've seen it 30 times?
Oh yeah, I watched it today.
Oh.
I watched it before we recorded because I wanted to be fresh in my mind. And, like I said, still like some of the songs. There are parts of it that I'm kind of about. One last thing I will mention. I kind of feel like he pulls a Costanza when he is, because one of my other favorite scenes is when he gets back from Christmas Town and has his whole presentation to the whole town about what Christmas is, and he has the tree and he's trying to describe everything, and all the people are interrupting him oh, is it like this? And he's well, not really. And then he eventually is just I might as well just give them what they want so I can get what I want. And at that point I'm you just Costanza'd it. But then where he undoes his Costanza is how he tries to fix it, which George Costanza would not do that. He would just build on it to try and fix it. But.
I do love when he was putting his Santa outfit together and how he's got the long beard on. He goes, I think something's missing. And then once they bring Sandy Claus, he rips his hat off. He's it's the hat that I need.
Yes.
Because the hat looks really cute on him.
You know what? And again, the look of him, as with his super skinny.
He's wearing skinny jeans.
Yeah, his super skinny Santa Claus outfit and his little hat. I mean, I get why this is marketable. I get why people like this movie.
Yeah.
So, and it's not. And again, I don't dislike it. It's just Would I put it in my top 5 Christmas movies? Probably not. But
Well, it's a Halloween movie.
well, see, I'll tell you this: this movie is more a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
No, it's not.
Totally is.
Nope. Nope. No.
The word Christmas is in the title. More Christmas movie than Die Hard. I'm giving you that Die Hard might be a Christmas movie, but it's more Christmas movie than Die Hard. You got to admit to that.
No. No. With that logic, you could say Pulp Fiction Christmas would be a Christmas movie more than Die Hard because it's got the name Christmas in the title.
But that's not a movie.
I'm just saying, like, if it was. Anyways. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, we appreciate everybody's opinions. We hope we haven't, ripped your favorite Christmas movie to shreds. Like, that's not what we're here to do. We understand this is, walking on like little landmines because it is such a cult classic.
And like I said, I get why people like this movie. It's not terrible. It's not in my top 5 of Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And one of us thinks it's not even a Christmas movie.
Not really. Yeah. But I'm glad, I mean, again, while it wasn't like the most exciting movie watching experience for me, glad I've rewatched it. Don't need to watch it again.
And now you're closer to 500 movies.
That's right. I have 28 more to go.
There you go. So, I want to thank everyone for listening. I enjoyed getting to do this nice little episode. We have, we're going to get back on this track.
Yep.
We're getting back. We're getting back at this. We're going to do things a little differently. We're not really. We'll talk about that more when we record our next episode. But I want to thank everyone for listening. Please follow us on the social medias and share this. And if you want, I don't care. Whatever. And have a wonderful holiday. Yes. I mean, all the holidays coming up. This is the time of year where this time of year is rough for people. So we want to give you our love. Yeah. Because some people hate this time of year. I know I don't like the time change or the fact that it gets dark. That makes me sad. I get sad. I think I have seasonal. Was it seasonal affective disorder? Yeah. Because this time of year, like I think it's dark and it makes me sad. It's called sad. I know. I'm not making a joke. I know what it is. Yeah. But we just want to share the love. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening. My name is Matthew. My name is Nancy. This has been Fighting Over the VCR. Happy holidays, everybody.